Hi guys, EBPMAN here with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to take a look at a TV box. This TV box is brought to us by Mifanstech. So if you're really looking to eliminate cable, maybe have better, I would say, television quality or viewing quality on your TV, and you want to become a cord cutter where you're not subscribing to any of those services, you'll want to check out a box like this because it's really going to give you the ability to get great content using just the internet, but still having a high definition experience. As you'll notice here, this box does support 4K, and what we're going to do is look at some of the features and what's available in the box and why you would consider something like this if you want to be a cord cutter. So now taking a closer look at just some of the highlights here, what you have is this box that is running Android, and we'll bring it so you can see right there, Android 5.1. It also has the ability to connect hardwired or wireless, supporting both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz wireless range spectrums. It has a very powerful CPU and also has a decent amount of memory. And it's, like I said, it's going to give you 4K output. Now, as we look up here in the corner, this product is going to have Kodi installed. It's going to give you access to YouTube. It will have Netflix there, so you can put in your Netflix credentials, Facebook, Twitter, and you'll be able to use Skype. There's a lot of capabilities that you have with this box. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to take a look at what the experience is once we connect it to our television. Now, before doing the unboxing, I know I get asked quite often, what are the specs? So here are some of the specs that you'll see. So it does have a quad-core processor, an octa-core GPU, which is the graphics, and that's what's going to give you that 4K experience. We talked about it having Android. It supports the wireless standards that you would expect, including Bluetooth 4.0, and it's going to give you that HD output up to 4K. You can see here also the internet capabilities or the network capabilities that it has, and how you will be able to use this as a viewing device, as well as the fact that it comes with a remote. So let's open the box and see what's included. So in the box, you're going to have a power cord. You're going to have an included HDMI cable, so you don't have to get one of those. You have a remote control to control the box, a user guide, and then you have your TV box. So now as you take a look at first the remote, it's a pretty standard remote, as you can see. It does have your numeric keypad, as well as some special function buttons that you'll be able to use. A lot of things that you are familiar with Android, the back, a home, a menu button, and you could even invoke a mouse pointer or a mouse pointer so that you can click and navigate throughout. Now the box, as we take a look at it, this is the M8S Plus, and it's very compact. It has, it looks like an area that's going to light up, an LED area here. You have expandable SD slot there. On the back, you'll notice that you have two USB ports, HDMI port, you have an Ethernet port, optical out, as well as you can use an AV cable, and it looks like that's pretty much everything that's included there. So, and if you look at this box and you compare it to an Apple TV box or even a Roku, it's roughly about the same size as those devices. I don't really have significantly large hands, but you can see that how my hand can cover it. So I would say it's within the same realm of size. So what we're going to do now is we're going to connect it, power it up, and we'll see what it looks like on a television. So now that I've connected the box to the television, I just wanted to give you a brief overview of the type of capabilities that you have. Now, the media center or the TV box is set up really nicely for you to take advantage of all the content immediately. There's really not much setup to do. But what I want to show you is what takes place in this area here, which is the basic Android TV type settings. You're going to find this in like the NVIDIA Shield. You're going to find this in any kind of Android TV type application. So what you have is the ability to set your network, and this is where you're going to configure your network. And yes, this box does support 2.4 and 5 gigahertz ranges, which is great because it'll give you the faster speeds. You would configure like the screen resolution and make sure it fits on your TV in this area. You do have sound. You can look at the apps that you have. You can reset your storage if you needed to. And in this area, you'll be able to look at the version of the operating system that you're using and then determine if there is any kind of software update that's required. You'll notice here we have version 5.1.1. So we'll get out of this, and literally what I'm doing is just like on Android, I'm pressing this button right here to come out, and this is my home button. So I'm just going to continue to use the remote. And by the way, this is the type of remote that needs to be in line of sight of the box. So I'm pointing it at the box to make sure that it responds. Here you'll see that it again has, you can add a keyboard, you can even add a remote control gaming controller because you can, because it has a full Android operating system, you can use that. You could add an audio accessory like a smartphone or headset to this, as well as you can see I'm using a remote. I am going to press, as I would on Android, I'm going to press the home button so you can see what happens. And, it takes me back to this beginning. Now, you can consume both online content and offline content. So a lot of these settings down here, this 4K, this is going to take you to a video player that you can play 4K content that's on the box or on an SD, music, and then here you can also look at APKs. So this is great for those of you who have APKs and you just want to install APKs from the local disk. So this is what's also known as sideloading, but we're not going to bother with that right now. Just to show you some of the apps that are installed. So you have a lot of different sections here that you can personalize. You can personalize this. This is going to be online video section, and what you're going to be doing is just bringing in some of the applications that are available to this area. Now, let me show you where you find those. They're going to be here under My Apps. So under My Apps, you're going to find a plethora of things. You have Facebook, you have a file manager, file browser. You have these are going to be some of the online TV content that you can start up, and as long as you have an internet connection, it's just going to work. Gallery is going to be about photos that you have. You notice here that you have some Google settings that you can go to. This is the 4K movie player for that 4K content. Miracast, all these things you should be pretty familiar with. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that you'll be able to do once you're using this box. So let's go to Film Live TV. So I'm just going to select that. And what you're going to see is as soon as this starts, you are going to be able to start seeing content immediately. And this is global content. You'll be able to watch content all over the world. So right now it's going through establishing the connection, loading on the content that's available. We'll let it go through that process, and we'll be able to start seeing TV in various countries once it boots up. All right, so now that we've made it to the app, you'll notice that on the left side you have a lot of channels that you can select from. So I'm just going to go down and I'm going to choose US. So we'll go ahead and choose this. And you'll notice that there's a lot of content that's available here. So what we'll do is, I don't know what's in this channel, so we'll just go ahead and choose it and see what it loads. So it's currently just going through and just bringing content from the internet to be able to show what's available. So here you see streaming rather quickly, giving us information. I could also then, if I go back to this, let me exit this for 1 second. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into it one more time. Just want to show you another feature really quick. So this application is going to give you access to a lot of content. So as you can see here, you have extras. You have sports channels, horror channels, movie channels, music channels, comedy, business television, news TV, and it all really depends on what is it that brings your interest. As I continue to bring the content down, you'll notice that now you have some really select language-based or global country-based contents. So you have, as you can see, German, Russian, French. So really going to give you access to all that content that you'd like to see in your native language if that's something that interests you. So we're going to get out of this. And the next thing I wanted to show you is some of the movie content that becomes available as well. So we're going to scroll down and we'll go ahead into Showbox. Showbox is available on this application or on this box as well. And what it's going to do is it's going to start looking for content that's available for you to stream. It could be movies, it could be TV shows. It's just going to look for that information. And once it gets that information, it's going to present it all online. Now, once the Showbox is updated, you can see all this content becomes immediately available. And all you have to do is just scroll through the content that you'd like, and then you just pick it. And once you pick it, you'll immediately start streaming any of the content that's here. So again, a lot of rich content here to view. Now, if we take a look at another application here, let's see what else we got that I'd like to show you. Well, I would say probably the best application on the market when it comes to streaming is going to be Kodi. So let's go ahead and start up Kodi and show you what's inside. So Kodi is going to give you access to a lot of content. It's going to give you access to content that is typically not available on a lot of these other solutions. So I'm going to go into add-ons, and I'm just going to show you one of the add-ons that I think is my favorite, and that's going to be Exodus. So if we choose Exodus, and we'll go ahead and escape this stuff, this is going to give you access to TV shows, movies, and I'm going to go ahead and choose TV shows. And now what I'm going to do is go down and I'm going to say returning TV shows. And what you'll see is it's going to start to compile a list of all the TV shows that are currently available and that you would be able to stream immediately. And keep in mind, you're completely, you've cut the cord. So this isn't content that you're getting from your local cable provider. This isn't content that you're getting from, the plug-in TV. So here now is you see all this content that becomes available, not just content that's available in the US, but this is content that's available anywhere. So if you want to see a specific show, all you do is you scroll through the content of the show that you want to watch. And what I'll do is I'll choose The Magicians, for example. We'll choose that. Once you choose that, it's going to identify the kind of content that's available, what season it's on. It's then going to go ahead, and I'm choosing season 1. It's going to show us the episodes that are available. So these are all the episodes, and I'm just going to choose one of them. I'll just choose this episode. And now what it's going to do is it's going to try to find sources where it can find that content for you and then deliver that content online. And once it's found the content, it's going to then just immediately display it. So I went ahead and pressed OK on that one, and now it's searching for the service providers that would have this information or what you want to stream, and it's going to just display it on the screen in a couple seconds. Let's watch that happen. So now what it's done, it's given me a list of providers that have the show that I want to watch, and all I have to do is choose what I want to see. It's going to be in high definition, standard definition. You'll see 720p. You may see even 1080p. Potentially, you could even see 4K content, but it's going to vary based on each one of the providers. So now it's actually starting to stream that content. So you see the 10%, 15%. Once it hits 100%, you should start to see your video. Now, once your stream begins, it will just start to play the content. And again, it's going to vary based on your internet connection. But as you can see here, you're getting immediate feedback, you're getting a good picture, and you can watch the content that you like to see. So this concludes our review of the Mifanstech M8S TV box. I want to thank Mifanstech for making the product available on our channel, and I also would like to thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions about the product, leave it on the YouTube channel. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.